Okay, I'm back again. This is chapter 13 in the softback book, the social work skills book. This one right here. This is still going along with the lecture concerning evaluating and terminating, and this is actually ending. They call this ending in the book. The learning objectives for in this text and this chapter is to discuss the purposes and functions of ending or terminating, review the process, undertake a final evaluation, share ending feelings, and say goodbye. I'm recording the closing summary. Social workers use ending skills to conclude working relationships with clients. Some of the social work ending skills or terminating skills include reviewing the processes, final evaluating, sharing ending feelings, and saying goodbye. We've talked about all this in the other, except for actually saying goodbye, and we didn't discuss recording the closing summary. The four most common ways of concluding a relationship with a client are transferal, referral, termination, and client discontinuation. The first three are you and your client jointly working together through the termination. The fourth, the client discontinuation, is exclusively client initiated. There are a number of reasons that clients discontinue services. They may or may not inform you of those reasons. It is helpful to seek clarification from clients when possible when they discontinue, especially if they discontinue by not showing up for scheduled appointments. As we mentioned before, concluding a relationship with a client can be difficult, not just for the client, but also for the social worker. Reviewing the process involves you and your client participating in a summary reflection of what has occurred between you both during the time that you've worked together. Typically, the client is invited to share their reflections about the work you have undertaken together, and they may identify what was most significant or meaningful or had the greatest impact, whether it was positive or negative. Reviewing the processes may be useful and potentially beneficial when progress has been modest or non-existent. Final evaluation is, in addition to the reviewing process, we also engage in a final evaluation of progress towards problem resolution and goal attainment. We've talked about this already in the other lecture about final evaluation. We ask clients their impressions of measurement instruments and the graphic representation of patterns or trends, if any. If we want to chart the progress or whatever that what we find during our evaluation and show clients what was done, sometimes a visual representation can help the client see the progress that was made. We may also share our own impressions of progress towards goals or overall growth and development that we've noticed in our clients. We also express our pleasure concerning positive changes that have occurred. We also join clients in celebrating any accomplishments, any at all, towards the goals, whether largely or completely accomplished. We encourage them to enjoy the sense of personal accomplishment. We help clients in considering the future by identifying areas that need additional work and encourage them to plan additional action steps to take after we conclude our relationship. That's considering the future. Be sure to seek feedback from clients when we summarize evaluated data or make observations. They may hold different views than we do that deserve consideration and acknowledgement. They may. We also can seek honest feedback from clients about things we said or did that were helpful and things that were not. This feedback can help clients identify behaviors that they can adopt for their own future use. It can also provide an opportunity for clients to share their gratitude to you for your help, and it can aid in our personal growth and development. By asking for evaluative feedback, we can gain valuable information about ourselves that may be useful with other clients. Sharing ending feelings and saying goodbye. While concluding a relationship, the feelings experienced by the client may vary according to personal characteristics, the duration of the service, the issues and the goals that you were working on, the roles and functions taken on by you as a social worker, and the degree of progress that was achieved. Because ending is a significant event in the lives of many clients, we often engage others in sharing ending feelings and saying goodbye. We mentioned that clients may experience several emotional responses as they end their relationship with you. They may experience anger, they may experience sadness, loss, fear, guilt, rejection, ambivalence, and gratitude and affection. We encourage the sharing of such feelings so that clients do not have a sense of incompleteness. We, as social workers, also experience feelings as we end working relationships with clients. Despite professional status and commitment to an ethical code, we also are human. When they are relevant and appropriate, we can share our personal feelings about ending the relationship, and this may result in the client sharing additional feelings that you may reflect upon and share more of your own. Finally, however, you and the client complete the ending process by saying goodbye. So when we are recording the closing summary, we follow our final meeting with the client. We write a closing summary. Uh, involves recording the closing summary involves more effort than that required for common progress notes. Included in our final record, we want to do the date of the final contact. We want to put our name and title as well as the name of the client. We put the beginning date of service, a reason for the initial contact between us and the client, the agreed upon issues and goals that we for work with our clients. We want to document the approach that was taken, the nature of the services provided, and the activities that we and the client undertook. A summary of the evaluation of the progress and identification of issues and goals that will remain unsolved or unaccomplished goals in the we record that as well. A brief assessment of the person, issue, and situation as it now exists, and the reason for closing our case. We may also use the following section headings to organize our closing summary, which is we could do process and issues. We can put the evaluation heading, do continuing goals, do current assessment, and ending process. That's all for this one.